Okay, guys, this is a little bit of a strategy video. Okay, so you see here we got the research assistant. Okay, now what I'm doing with this and why I built it is because I want to dig deeper into specific topics sometimes. And I find those topics in the same way from RSS feeds, YouTube, home feed, Twitter, etc. And I don't need the specific content that is um, available there. What I want to do is just do a deeper dive, and this allows us, with this tool, to go and do a deeper dive into that particular topic and include that as part of your content bank to get summarized, written, so that you don't have to do every single newsletter with other people's content, but we can do deep research using Perplexity to generate information, okay, that we can use within our newsletters. And that can give you that uniqueness that you want to add as well. Okay, so let me show you an example. If I come over into YouTube, okay, I'm just looking for topics. Okay, I'm not looking for specific content, just topics. This one is about AI startup formula. Okay, that's interesting. So let's come back over into the tool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in here AI startup marketing examples. Okay, because we're using a choice of AI here, you can see we've got two Perplexity models. We've got the Pro, which is recommended if you don't have Perplexity API key. You need to get that to be able to use it. Okay, um, it's not the same as the monthly Perplexity. You pay for the API cost separately. And so I'm going to use the Pro version. And what we can do is we can take this information, okay, that we got in a newsletter topic, say, I want to explore AI startup marketing. I want to explore AI startup marketing examples using case studies and proven methods from content shared on this topic from around the web. Okay, something like that. Ignore the typo. Two typos. Okay. Start the research. And what this will do is it will give us some research that is based on case studies, that is based on proven methods, because it's going searching the internet for that information, and it's going to bring back a summary of that that we can then use in the newsletter. You could dedicate one whole newsletter edition to that. Okay. So let's see. Okay, key AI startup marketing examples and case studies. Stitch Fix uses a blend of AI and human stylists to deliver personalized clothing recommendations. Okay, 75% of customers report higher satisfaction. Um, Brand Alley, retargeting and upselling. You can see the luxury retailers, all that kind of stuff. Now we can get more specific. We can say, well, give us for tech startups. Okay, I want to explore AI startup marketing examples. And I'll put in here used by tech companies and as software as a service. Okay, so we can use the just generic in here, something like growth. Okay, the more specific we get, the better. And I can put in here specifically for lead generation and increased trial subscribers. Okay, something like that. The more specific we can get, and the better it's going to be for your newsletter content. So I'll put this in here. And we can do this on any topic. While that's happening, let's come back over into YouTube. I'll ignore the football stuff. If you're not a Celtic supporter, shame on you. Okay. Let's come down a little bit more. Let's see. There's some information here about LinkedIn updates, so we could do some research on that instead of just taking one piece of content with one person's opinion, viewpoint, etc. We can dig deeper. Okay. Perplexity. Okay, I don't know what this is about. That's probably needing specific um, information. There's Jillian again. Again, he forgot to use the word insane. Disappointed. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. Future of YouTube. Let's see this one. How to rank #1. Kind of not something specific to what we want to do here. I had built 23,000 a month micro SES. That's kind of what we're into right now. Pass Google's AI test. Okay, so that could be one about how to get AI mentions. I've already done one for that, where I specifically asked for what are SEO experts recommending right now to get AI mentions, AI citations, and get mentioned by ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, Copilot, etc., etc. Let's see what else we got here. How I'm selling more websites with ChatGPT. Um, not for me. How Claude Code ranked me first in Google. Um, that could be good. How to use AI for ranking on Google. So it's a different take on a similar topic, but not the same as AI mentions. That could be good. So there's another topic that you could dig into. So you could have one newsletter edition with these different topics and give them some deep dive and then give them some really interesting uh, content about things that people are probably wondering about but are not asking. And that happens a lot. You might find yourself wanting to know something, and you got two choices: go into Perplexity or ChatGPT, do a deep research, or ask other people. And sometimes people do neither. Sometimes people feel embarrassed to ask, and this is the kind of content that they would appreciate because you're providing that maybe for people that are not afraid to ask, but hadn't thought about that or it crossed their mind, but they never got around to it, that kind of thing. So let's see how we're doing with this. Okay, let's see what we got here. Automated ad targeting, interactive AI tools, gamifications. Okay, so it's a kind of a case study on the methods used rather than an overview, but it's okay. I'll just add it to the content bank. You might want to have to play around with it a little bit. Now, if I come over into the content bank, what we'll notice is that I've got these here that say research, okay, at the beginning. So I've got 3 pieces of content that if I took it further with kind of longer content than just content summaries that we get from YouTube videos or um, other places like Gmail newsletters from other people, etc., then I could have a very unique newsletter edition that is answering specific questions. It could be multiple questions or just focused on one thing, where you have done the research, you have your own opinion, and then you can also put in some um, specific pieces of content to do a summary of those and do a sort of hybrid combination of both. That's why I built this research assistant tool. That's